Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip, and this is Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your day. I always appreciate that because I know there's only so many hours in the day, especially this time of year. Time is scarce, so I really appreciate you allowing me to spend some of my day with you. Please like, subscribe, engage in the chat. I always engage in the chat, and I always appreciate when somebody accuses me of being OSA or SPTV. I don't have an affiliation with OSA or SPTV. And I gotta tell you, I was on Kelly Copter's channel, and as far as watching it, I wasn't on her channel, I was watching her channel, and I like her. And she brought up stuff, obviously about the Aftermath Foundation and how everything went down. And, I think that she said it exactly. First of all, the first thing that everybody goes to is what OSA is going to do, like what Scientology is going to. If you're still going to think that Scientology, if you're going to let OSA run your life and not do things or do things, I'm talking about all four. So Mike, Aaron, Claire, and Mark, and I know that that separation has occurred. But if Mike, Claire, and Mark are going to let OSA dictate to them, or if Aaron's going to let OSA dictate to them, you might as well still be in Scientology. Because you're not in Scientology. And the Office of Special Affairs has nothing to do in this game. They're going to get involved if they get involved. I'm somebody writing stuff in doing videos on YouTube, and I'm getting harassed by people. So I can only imagine, that they would be harassed. But the thing is, again, Scientology is going to get involved. Mike, you know this firsthand. Claire, you know this firsthand. Scientology is going to get involved if they want to get involved. They're going to get moles if they want to get moles. You're going to have to shake that off your leg and keep going forward or not. But you can't, be, suspicious of everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, another thing that I want to give Kelly Copter credit for, and I know that this is going to, you guys don't like this. I know how you feel about this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Kelly Copter gave credit to Zero Dark Tony by saying, though he's difficult to listen to and he's pretty angry, he does have bits of truth in what he's putting out, and that he was the one that called it about Goldie. Okay? So, she did give credit to him, and, I don't find his videos so angry anymore. They're hard to get through. I'm not gonna, but as you guys know, because of an incident that happened between him and me, our paths crossed. I see how difficult he could be, but I've always said he seems to have some truth in what's going on, and I think his anger is because of something legitimately that happened to him. Okay, whether we agree with it or we don't agree with it, I think he definitely believes he's been shortchanged, just like anybody who feels like they've been wronged. Aaron feels like he's been wronged. Well, ZDT feels like he's been wronged. I only brought it up because I just want to say, seriously, that Kelly Copter gave credit to him as far as exposing Goldie. So he does have truths and receipts and things that he's talking about, but I agree, his videos are a little difficult to get through. Let's go forward. So, you guys have asked me, not so much to leave Aaron alone. Listen, I got a few of you that your cult might as well be Aaron. Like, this guy cannot do any fault. Stop, please stop, I'm going to stand by Aaron, I don't care. Okay. But don't criticize me because you're going to stand by Aaron. You can stand by Aaron without criticizing me. And, criticize me because of something that I'm saying. Not just because you feel it justifies or makes Aaron higher in the argument. You haven't argued anything. You've said, I'm boring. This one person says, you're boring, you're babbling Brooke. And I'm thinking, well, why didn't you just shut off the friggin' video? Like, you don't have to stay here. Again, this is not a cult. You can leave. And that they're going to stand by Aaron. Okay. You know, if it's okay with you that Aaron speaks the way he does about women, okay. That's not okay with me. But I'm going to tell you something else. Watching the SPTV over Blown for Good and Mike Rinder's station, very boring now. You know, Aaron is filled with personality. I still think he's wrong, but he's filled with personality. When I was doing coke all the time, the people I was hanging with, you know, I was showing up at work and everything, and everybody thought everything was cool and good. Everything was cool and good, but I was still doing coke. So when I was getting pulled out by the scruff of my neck because I was doing coke in a bathroom of a public place, you know, 40 years ago, I was still showing up at work at 6 o'clock in the morning. Two things could be the same. Same with Aaron. You know, Aaron is very personable. For the most part, he's very entertaining. I don't like the way he speaks about women. I don't like the way he dismisses things. I don't like when there's a disagreement or an argument. I don't like the way he argues or the way he disagrees. But that doesn't mean he's not funny. It doesn't mean that he's not entertaining. It doesn't mean that he doesn't bring in a lot of money for, you know, his causes. It doesn't mean any of that. So, okay? So, but I do want to say that it's very hard for me to get through the SPTV shit now when Aaron's not involved in it. And, you know, I just started watching the channel Dazed But Not Confused, and I guess anybody that's following Scientology knows that Doug, the guy that was running that channel, has passed on, which is very sad. And I know that there's conspiracies over how he died. Maybe it could just be what people don't want to believe, and the fact that, you know, he was a heavy smoker, and that was what happened. And I don't want to say natural causes at such an early age, but maybe there was nothing suspicious about it. So anyway, to his family and friends and the people that he loved and held dear, and to his subscribers and followers, you know, it's very sad, and my condolences. So, one of the things that Mark brought up, which I felt like this was like, you didn't have to do that. So, Aaron said that Luis came to him with this idea about the Aftermath Foundation, and I guess it could be ran if it was virtual and online because of what happened with the Lisa McPherson Trust and how all that went to shadoodles. So, and Aaron said that was great, it would work. I believe all of that. I also believe that Mark and Claire were helping people, you know, early on too. I don't understand why that had to be brought up. Aaron didn't say that he came up with the foundation on his own. Aaron said that Luis, and then he didn't think it would work, but Luis explained it to him, and then he explained it to either Claire or Mark, and that's how everything came aboard. And I do believe that, so I don't know why Mark had to say anything, because it really didn't change anything. He said they all came up with it. They all came up with it. again, I don't understand why you can't just say, listen, Aaron did, and I know that they're saying Aaron did these great things. Nobody's taking away, I'm certainly not taking away from the stuff that you guys did either. So it's not like because I'm patting Aaron's back and saying, yeah, he did some great stuff, some fucked up stuff too, in my opinion, but some great stuff. It doesn't mean that he was the only one that did some great stuff, so I don't understand why that had to be said. People were saying that Mike was a little passive aggressive in the things that he said. First of all, let me say something. Aaron said that Mike didn't as much as thank him, and that's not true. Maybe he didn't personally thank him, but he did thank him on Mike's website about getting the money together for the cancer. And they thanked him profusely on that website, and they thanked a bunch of the people and how they were taken by surprise, bless you, and how all of that came about. So I just want to say that even though Aaron said he wasn't thanked, he was thanked, maybe not the way he thought he should be thanked. And I'm sure after all that, the fact that Mike said, listen, either you go or I go, was extra painful for Aaron. But I still believe that Aaron's behavior justified him being asked to leave. I feel that way, and not, it doesn't matter if it's Aaron or not. I do. I think that's true. And I also again think that his not changing of his behavior was an action in showing the Aftermath Foundation that, no, I'm not going to change. So Mike just said, I don't think it was an ego thing that Aaron seems to think. I think it was just, listen, but I do think that Mike got everybody without Aaron knowing. I think that Mike reached out to Mark and Claire and all the others and said, listen, I can't be affiliated to this, and if he's going to bring this on, I'm going to walk away. And they probably said, well, we don't like this behavior either, and he's not doing anything about it, so we got your back. If he doesn't step down, or we will vote for you, because he's just not getting it. That's what I think happened. And unless anybody could show that that didn't happen and that they didn't reach out to Aaron, because I think they reached out to Aaron several times, personally and professionally. And I don't think Aaron adjusted anything. That's fine. Aaron doesn't have to adjust any of that, but they don't have to co-sign it by remaining friends with him and participating in the behavior that he partakes in. Listen, the guy has been harassing to women. Now, I wouldn't want to go out with a friend that has a pattern of doing that, because I don't want to get in trouble. And if I already know that when they drink, that's what happens, I don't want to go drinking with them. That just, to me, is common sense. Unless you're drinking and you find that behavior okay, I don't think they did. So, anyway, so, here's the thing. Aaron was in Scientology for about 29 years, right? And Mike was in for 47 years. And, a lot of people have said Mike had his hands dirty, and the only reason why Mike changed was because he was in the hole. I don't disagree with that. I think that if Mike was living the posh life, and that he was in high regard of David Miscavige, maybe none of this would have ever happened. But that's not what happened. What happened was, it doesn't seem like he really cared or acted like he cared when he was treating other people poorly. And when he was treated poorly, he definitely seemed to act like he cared. So it doesn't mean that he hasn't gotten out and over the course of this time redeemed himself. I can't find bad behavior on Mike Rinder. I can't see where he's doing anything, So Mark and Claire, I think that there's something very shady about them. I just don't get a good vibe about them. I get a better vibe about Mike, but Mark and Claire, I don't know, and I don't know enough about their story. I read Blown for Good a long time ago. Like, I think after, because they were on the Aftermath thing too. And, I watched that whole thing. It's been, a while since that, 7 years now or something. But anyway, I just feel like, all these people are so distorted in their mind. And they're trying to find footing in a world that they didn't spend a lot of time in. People are saying, or, basically comparing what I would say is Aaron's behavior with that of an Amish kid doing Rumspringer. That year or 6 months or whatever time it is that they get out into the real world and decide if they want to be worldly or if they want to keep the commitment to the Amish community and come back to the Amish community, and that's it. That's the only thing that they do, and they go nuts. Aaron's been out of Scientology for almost 10 years, so stop being nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta stop being nuts. Or you can continue to be nuts, but don't get upset when people call you on it. Especially when you call other people on things. You can't be the moral judge of other people and not expect it to come back and bite you in the ass. That's just the way it is. Also, something I heard, what did I hear Mike Rinder? He said something about that 175,000 years ago, Xenu implanted these like body thetans on us. It was 1970, L. Ron Hubbard implanted body thetans on y'all. Just so you know that. I do feel like the three, again, of Mark, Claire, and Mike lack enthusiasm in their channel, where I feel like Aaron brought a lot of it and still has it. So with that, I just wanted to share what I had thought and what I had learned. And I've been down the Reddit path is what happened here. I went down the Reddit and I saw some videos, but I also saw some things that I thought were needed to be set straight. So I hope I did that here. I hope that everybody's having a good weekend. And I want to get another video out to you by tomorrow morning, I'm hoping. And we'll see how that goes. All right, guys, so thanks again for letting me be part of your day. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Engage in the chat. And be better today than you were yesterday, but not half as good as you're going to be tomorrow. Thanks, guys.